Well, it's been about 3 years, just over 3 years, since ISIS swept into Iraq, taking vast amounts of territory. What this defeat in Hawija effectively means is that it is the end of them as a territorial force in that country. Of course, in Syria, they still remain strong. This defeat came along with the help of the US-led coalition, their airstrikes and US military advisors. The city is just 135 miles north of Baghdad, and it was captured in just days. 1,000 ISIS fighters have since surrendered to Iraqi and Kurdish forces, and now the Iraqi Prime Minister has announced total victory. Local residents came flowing out of the houses to thank the Iraqi forces, but the city of Hawija has been known for a while as a stronghold of Sunni Arab terrorism ever since the US-led invasion of Iraq. And so there are still real concerns about people's loyalties there. So while this does symbolise the end of them as a territorial force, there are now concerns about how Iraq itself can be brought together in the wake of this terrorist group.
And that could be hard in light of the recent Kurdish independence referendum, correct?
Absolutely. And, you know, Iraqi and Kurdish forces came together to defeat ISIS in Hawija. But, of course, real concerns about the backlash following that referendum on the 25th of September, in which 90% of the Kurds voted for independence. The KRG remains under lockdown, effectively. International flights are banned coming in and out, and neighbouring countries, Turkey and Iran, are really trying to tighten economic screws. Turkey itself has now threatened a complete blockade and said that they're going to close the land borders. And on top of this, we're hearing that various Sunni tribes and tribal leaders also are talking about autonomy or independence themselves. So with the end of ISIS, with the defeat in Hawija, there is now a threat that Iraq will splinter ever furthermore. And if that did happen, it would provide just more safe havens for groups like ISIS in the future. So a real precarious place at the moment for Iraq.
You make a very important point. Thank you. Benjamin Hall reporting on all that from London.